one of the more proud things I've been associated with in my entire life, because tonight I would like to introduce to you Well, hello there, my friends. Chris Marcus here with you for Arcadia Economics. And tonight, something I am quite pleased and proud to announce. We'll say one of the more proud things I've been associated with in my entire life, because tonight I would like to introduce to you the Silver Industry Integrity Committee, which probably is long overdue, maybe since the 1980s, with the unfortunate things that regulators and governments did back then. A lot of people that I consider role models that I have looked up to and learned from in the years since then, as I've studied silver, who have had the courage to speak up about the corruption and manipulation in our markets, which has led to me being able to understand what's going on and speak up about that in my own way. And what perhaps the Wall Street bets and Wall Street silver movements and communities pointed out to me more than anything was what's the true power of when there's any form of leadership or coordination or organization amongst people. We've seen how the banks and Wall Street coordinates, manipulates, colludes. Yet I was inspired by seeing how when people understand what's going on and there's a legal way for them to respond in a public forum, the power of that. Look at just what happened alone with the beginning of that, let alone some things that are overdue. And for what reason that my life has developed the way it is, to having a silver channel and having the pleasure of knowing many of the participants in the silver industry that you've seen on the show, that you've seen on other channels, and the people that are going out finding silver, the people that are using silver, many of whom see some unfortunate and corrupt things that are going on. There's a lot of issues, yet I don't know that there's really been a forum where people can discuss and find solutions to these things. And I don't know that I've created the perfect solution, but at least a start in what is the Silver Industry Integrity Committee, which been ongoing for a little while now. We've had a couple meetings and started discussing some of the issues that I feel are crucially important to this industry, that I feel are crucially important to anyone who values honor and integrity and fair financial markets that aren't just there to serve the people that these markets and regulators are supposed to protect up on a silver platter, to the banks. But, I've had my days where I've been frustrated about it and sat there and yelled and screamed and complained and cried and felt the frustration or lost money over it. And like I think probably most people are watching this have. Yet, to the degree of taking the conditions as they are and finding the most positive response and solution, that is what the Silver Industry Integrity Committee, that's its only purpose. There's no other purpose. And if one day someone feels that for some reason I am not serving that purpose, I encourage you to throw me aside. Throw anyone aside who has any agenda or issue in this committee that does not support that single and sole goal of returning integrity to this industry. I left Wall Street because I felt that was the right thing to do. I've been stunned. The evidence that I've collected, seeing the way the regulators go out of their way to ignore it, they act offended if you point it out. And I've shared my thoughts on that. I don't need to get into that again right now. Although I will mention we have a CFTC Peaceful Expose the Corruption and Fraud rally coming up April 20th, where we'll handle that there within the rules of the system. I only advocate completely peaceful, legal means, even as silly as I think most of these rules are that the people who make them violate. Fortunately, the good news is that you can beat them at their own game just by sharing truth. Because Ponzi schemes, remember, not only does it need the money to stay in there, it needs new funds to keep it running. And For everyone who's ever wondered, is there anything I can do? Well, just watching this video, and if it resonates with you, tell a friend or share this message with someone else. And again, feel free to hold me or any of the participants accountable to that single sole mission, much like the CFTC pledges to do, but that I encourage anyone on this planet to hold me or anyone else associated with this group accountable to restore integrity and honor and free market trading to silver rather than what we've seen. So that is the sole purpose of this. I'm really pleased to announce this today on April 14th. It's just the beginning. And on the website, Silver Industry Integrity Committee, you can find out a little more information. There's a lot we'll be adding as time goes along, but if you have questions, if you'd like to get involved, if you have ideas, if you'd like to participate, again, I'll say it one more time, the only purpose of this entire thing is to make sure that this is a fair market for the people that are involved, much like the US government promises and then fails to maintain. And with that said, that is what the Silver Industry Integrity Committee has specifically and solely been created for. And to understand a little bit more in depth about some of the issues that we are looking to tackle, what happens when the COMEX fails? Can some of these mining companies withhold their production? Are there ways to legally pressure the issues that we see on the COMEX? And again, this committee only has interest in doing things in a legal, ethical, moral, and honest fashion. But anyway, this video that will be coming your way in a second will give you a little more insight into all that. I thank you for being here. Thank you for everyone that cares about the silver market enough to watch or care about this. And with that said, here is a little more about the Silver Industry Integrity Committee.